Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. Kemba Walker is out there with Young. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Embiid. And it's Siakam in at the power forward.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Doncic against Young. Basket good. Doncic has got his team on the board to start the game for the West All-Stars.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Now, here is Young. Embiid, the pass to Walker. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Doncic. The West All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And James no good on that one.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent. And every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Davis. 2 points. That one goes.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Davis against Embiid. Pass to Walker. Over Harden. Walker's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here is Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Lillard against Young. Out to the right wing. Shoots. And he can't bank that one in. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Count it, good.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
From 13 feet, it goes down.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Mike D'Antoni. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Joel Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for Kemba Walker. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Trae Young. Outside Lowry. Fades. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Unloads from 13. Again, the West All-Stars.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Lowry dishes to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. 6 to shoot. He is looking for Siakam and finds him. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. the West ends up going with the new group. And then for the East All-Stars, Sabonis comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Tatum in for Antetokounmpo. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's laid in by Paul.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Lowry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Adebayo kicks to Middleton. From down in the low post, it goes.
Middleton's so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
The pass to Jokic. 1:32 left to play in the first. The baseline J. And it's Mitchell missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. They trail by 6. Shoots over Ingram. Some solid D from Paul. To the inside, Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Room service assist from Paul. Can't put the ball in a better spot. His vision, outstanding.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Middleton. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Kept alive.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
Here's the lob to the hoop, and Adebayo throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Now here's Paul. Out to Ingram. Back to Paul. Lets it go with the 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Lowry with the ball. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, they've got Lowry. Ben Simmons is out there with Tatum. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Sabonis in at center. That one goes. Count it. Tatum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the East All-Stars. Mitchell outside. Down low. From 11 feet away. Gobert can't hit. Now here's Tatum. Outside Butler. Another shot, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And you see the physicality. I mean, Butler never backs away from a challenge. Now, this guy is really one of the more competitive guys in the league.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls.
You know, Butler is athletic. He's got great skills, but he's also an intelligent player, a natural leader, too, a former 30th pick overall in the 2011 NBA draft. He continues to ascend.
Embiid, he's checked in for the East. Trae Young comes in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Westbrook. No points in the game yet for him. No good from the wing. Outside Tatum. It's stolen by Gobert. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Westbrook. Ingram against Simmons. 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Knocked away. Westbrook with the steal. Jumps up. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Now, here is Young, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Young finds Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Embiid trying to break loose. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Simmons. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to James. Back to Leonard. Over Giannis. Over onto Kumbo. And it's Leonard with a sensational play. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
But they get it back. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Harden outside. 3-pointer. That one, no good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Young passes to Antetokounmpo. Right wing. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. Harden against Walker. Young left side. Plenty of space. Connects. The jumper drops. Young's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the floor awareness of Walker impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
Lillard against Young. Leonard looking over the floor. He's looking for Lillard and finds him.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
A big group substitution here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Embiid. Pascal Siakam comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Trae Young. Lowry for 3, sinks the triple. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Leonard draws the double to the middle, And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
A floater. Walker's shot is off.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. 4-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lowry. Shoots the 3. And James pulls it down. And here's Leonard. The deep 3 from Harden. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the West All-Stars. They're up by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. They gave a little
Basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
LeBron James is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Harden in a shooting guard. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Young against Doncic. Poked away. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, you look at Walker, and he's a slight guy, but he powers through it all. Terrific, deceptive strength.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Paul's checked in. It's a close game here in Chicago. James dishes to Davis. Harden the pass to James. Trains the 3-pointer. LeBron's got 5 now.
James is really a clever player. I mean, he uses trickery as much as he does brute force, proven to be 1 step ahead of them there.
To the left side wing. Walker's shot is off.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution. So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And Young kicks to Embiid. Outside, Walker. Good D by James.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Everything going to plan here to start the 3rd. 80% shooting thus far.
Young passes to Walker. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. 6 points for Kemba Walker.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the 2nd.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Gobert comes in for LeBron. Ingram, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mitchell in for James Harden. A big group substitution here for the East. Sabonis, he's checked in for Siakam. Tatum comes in for Joel Embiid. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Kemba Walker. And it's Ben Simmons in for Trae Young. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend.
Oh, what a finish!
Goodness. An athletic forward who dunks it with style, Kevin. Showing off his dunking ability right there.
Ball outside. East grabs the miss. To the paint. Giannis inside. He's covered by Ingram. Off with the layup. Passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Simmons kicks to Sabonis. Antetokounmpo passes to Simmons. And here's Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. 3-pointer, Butler, and it's Ingram with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the West All-Stars. Paul outside. The 3-ball bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 5.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
So for the West, Russell Westbrook's checked in for Donovan Mitchell, and Lillard subbed in for Paul. And then for the East, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Tatum. And it's Lowry in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Butler after the miss from Damian Lillard. And the officials call a traveling violation. There's 1:34 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Jokic trying to free himself up, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Butler. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And so he makes both from the line. We've got 1:08 left in the 3rd quarter. For 3, Westbrook, and the call up against Jokic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Westbrook's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Lowry passes to Adebayo. The dish to Middleton. Shoots over Ingram. Unable to get that one. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Westbrook with a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Floats one up. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Kyle Lowry. Here's Westbrook. There's the triple. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the West All-Stars heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very cut. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for the East All-Stars, starting the 4th. They've got Adebayo. Lowry out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. James looking around. Dishes it to Lillard. Good D by Siakam. Outside Lowry. Pass to Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's the West with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Siakam against James. The kick out to Westbrook. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Walker goes in, and he banks in the layup.
That's an aspect of Walker's game that I like. I mean, his ability to use the dribble drive and score on the move, nice.
To the inside, James. Good D by Siakam. And so Lowry will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And here's Walker outside. Drills it from outside. Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for the East All-Stars. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
James Harden, he's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Lillard. And then for the East All-Stars, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Otto Bayer. Giannis comes in for Chris Middleton. And Trae Young subbed in for Kyle Lowry. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the East All-Stars.
Walker with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Walker kicks to Young. Giannis against Leonard. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pulls up. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Young. 15 points for Kemba Walker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Trailing by 4. And the rejection by Embiid.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
And there it is for him. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And they pick up 2.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Davis. And here's Harden for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Now the East All-Stars with it. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have. to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Harden the pass to Davis. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
He doesn't get the second one. The West All-Stars, they're working against the clock right now. Harden inside the three-point line. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
That one's not going to go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at
all. Walker taking his time here. Back to Giannis. And the 3-ball is good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Walker with it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Antetokounmpo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set and build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
Free throw good. Giannis.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Now here's Walker. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.